everyone. Next project on the list is setting up a couple of solar watering sites. There's some of our stuff that we gotta set up. What I did is made some stands here for our solar panels. I didn't want to spend, what was it, $300 or $400 to set up for the stands and that, so we thought we can do this ourselves. Just made this out of windmill material is what it is. Angle iron from a windmill. And welded some brackets. This is going to be a hinge on there. So to show our angle. Here's our posts that we made up. They're 10 feet long. And well, you'll see once we start building stuff and putting things together. Made the posts up for the stand and whatnot, so we'll go and that's the first order of business, getting these posts put in. Well, went back to the shop, got a couple of oversized nuts just to use up some slack. It looks like it's pretty good there now. I'm not sure if that's the right angle here yet. They say 60-degree angle for summertime use. I'm gonna guess that's approximately there. I think we should have put our post a little further back, but anyways, I think this panel will change it out with the shorter panel that's over there. That'll help. This is a fairly tall panel. Yeah, because you don't want any shade on your solar panel. So I guess off to the next site. Well, we're going to be putting stuff together today. So far we got that hooked up, got some hose, we have some help here, the guy that from KD Drilling, Kelvin Edwards. He can set things better for us, so he was the guy that does their drilling. So just getting things ready to put together.
As long as there's a rope on it, that's all I worry about.
Well, we got the thing in. Let's see, get everything else hooked up. Well, we forgot to drill a hole in the pipe for when we do late fall watering. That way the pipe don't freeze up. We had the pipe down, but forgot to put the hole in. That's what we're doing right now. Everything else is just about good to go. We're just got to try and get a hold of a guy to find out what sequence we have to plug things in, just so things don't get short-circuited. Well, I guess it's complete after 2 hours of scratching our heads and trying to make phone calls and we just basically plugged and played, basically. Just plugged everything in. It's all simple setups. You just plug it in. It's basically no fail kind of thing, as long as you're putting the green wire to the green wire and the blue wire to the blue wire and whatnot. Hooked up our power, the solar panel last, and everything working. Just take this out of the way. Your batteries in sequence. And that's our, I don't know if it's a module of some kind. Then your controller up here. Wellhead here. We had to end up drilling, couldn't bring the wire through up the top. We had to take it on the side. So we'll have to silicone that. Just make sure rodents don't get in. Protect this wire too. We'll have to figure out a way to protect this wire. Here's our pill switch. When it goes, it'll have to be set up in the trough there yet, but that's be later on. So basically what happens, this floats in the water. When it gets up like this, activates the switch, turns the pump on. So, yeah. One down, one more to go. Well, we think we got things kind of put together, sort of.
That's right. Yeah.
So we're going to give it a whirl. Turn the switch on.
Everything works.
And do we have any power?
Yep. Here comes the water.
Here comes the water. Yep.
Yep.
There goes the water. Hang on.
Congratulations last week. We got it right. No, yeah,
Hang on.
It's cold here. We got water.
And we got water. There we go. Just taping up the wire to the pipe, and then we got to drill a hole in the pipe so it can drain back, because this is definitely going to be a winter watering site here. Got to allow water to drain back down. I think I forgot to tell you on the other place that our water table, well, according to that, his tape measure, water is 7 feet from the surface. We can get water here at anywhere from 20 to 40 feet, so we don't have to go too far for water, because this is the top. So basically this is all that's going into the casing.
I know it's on the back of the truck. Probably need a nice
we got, flip the switch, give it a second, or 3. Yep, I hear water, and we have water. Woohoo! Well, I thought I'd just show you here before we take this out to the other pasture how this switch system works here. It works on a pill switch. I took the one off of here, or the other one to show you, and it clamps on, as you can see there. That goes underneath inside the trough. Yeah, inside the lid, sorry, because the lid's here. This clamps onto the top. That way, if you want to adjust your height of your water, you can do that. And the way this works, it's a pill switch system. There's a little thing in there that kind of turns things on, shuts things off. Once the water goes down, this goes down. And then once it releases the magnet or whatever, I can't remember what works in here. Once it gets down to this level, it turns the pump on. And then as the water starts filling, this floats up with the level of water. And then when it gets to this level, you hear the little click. Once it clicks back down, shuts the water off. So that's how that works inside of there. Well, we got things, what we think is set in place okay for us, for what we're thinking could work. This way the cows, we put the rig mats there just so the cows don't dig around, create holes. And if it's a little bit getting towards springtime, or if it gets a little mucky around here, well, less chance of them mudding things up around here too. So yeah, there's still some things to do here. We got to build probably an enclosure to go over top of this, just so the cows don't bang on this stuff here. And we'll probably open up these 2 holes, the one over there. We'll cover up these 2 holes, and then the cows will drink from this hole, that hole, that hole. Well, we got the trough set up. I decided to set it up on the outside of the corral instead of on the inside, because it's a little bit tight in there. Thought that's not going to work as well, so we thought we'll set it up on the outside. Not a major crisis. And then there'll be some wind protection if it's cold in the fall, late fall, and help protect it that way. I just thought I'd show you how Dad decided to put the switch in here, and the hose to fill what we generally do is have a reserve tank. Well, here's what we had before, actually. Sand point with a gas engine pump pumping into the tank, and then he has a wire that it hooks onto the spark plug you see here. And well, he took the wire out, but he would stick it in the top hole of the tank, and as soon as the water level got to the wire, it would short out the pump. So you didn't have to go, and all you had to do was start the pump and not have to worry about shutting it off. It would shut off by itself. But now that we're going solar and not having to start engines all the time, Dad set up this rig here to put the pill in there, and that's how your pill switch works. When it gets, like I said before, when it gets too low, it triggers it. So it's doing its thing there right now. And yeah, have clean water for the cattle. Keeps the health up and the cattle do so much better. So on that note, I think we'll just call it a video here, and if you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.